folks, sticking with the era of 1992, I saw this film in the theater and I thought to myself, this director has real potential. But the score by a composer who would hit this scene a few years later and make a name for himself definitely drew my attention here. And I also have to ask myself, because a lot of people, the era of the electronic score was heading out. So I ask myself, am I the only one that likes this score? Well, so hey folks, I'm Rob Daniels for the movie, TV, and video game soundtrack program Visions in Sound. I can be found every Saturday morning, 12 to 2 a.m. on FM 98.5. And if you can't find me there, well, of course, try my website, visionsinsound.ca. Well, in case you haven't guessed already, we're talking about the 1992 film directed by Roland Emmerich called Universal Soldier. Yeah, grabbed a whole bunch of burly men and put them in a movie about essentially reanimated soldiers. So yeah, this film is kind of a neat but bizarre concept. And I came away from this being I watched it the other night. It's not meant to be a comedy, but it shows off its star, Jean-Claude Van Damme's comedic side. And whether or not that works or not is something he tried in Bloodsport. It might be determined that Jean-Claude Van Damme is funny.
Hey, you got enough money to pay for all this? You know, money, cash, dollars, dinero. Hank!
Yeah.
We got ourselves a deadbeat back here.
What?
He can't pay.
Brenda. Hey, punk, I've been slaving all day making that slop.
The food is good.
It is. The question is, how are you going to pay for it?
I don't know.
You don't know, ain't that cute? I'm gonna bust your head, punk.
I don't want to hurt you.
Me? You don't want to hurt Hank?
I just want to eat.
In any case, but I'm also talking about the score by Christopher Frank. Yeah, Christopher Frank. Now, I did talk about one of his scores earlier, and that was for the show Babylon 5. This is about a year prior to that. And, well, what I'm going to do, this is a very, how can I put this? It's a very unusual score for a film, but then the more you think about it, the more you go, hey, this actually makes sense. So have a listen to the opening track called, have a listen to the opening track, and we can determine from here. Now, of course, the film is about regaining your humanity. And so having a score as cold and soulless as a electronic score was probably the interesting way to go. And as the score goes on, it kind of maybe regains its humanity. Have a listen here as we are talking about the Unisols, Universal Soldiers. And the first thing I thought, no, it has nothing to do with the Buffy St. Marie song of the same name. So have a listen to more of Christopher Frank's score to Universal Soldiers. Or sorry, Universal Soldier. electronic score that definitely needs a re-release. It's one of those scores that you listen to, and the more you listen to, the more it grows on you. I find it a lot like a lot of the electronic scores of that era, John Carpenter and the like. They take time to sometimes grow on you, and you have a listen and you go, wait a second, this is actually pretty good. So am I the only one that likes this score? Well, why don't you in the comments let me know what your favorite electronic score is from that era, but also let me know if you like this score. I think this is really cool. So with that in mind, what I'd like, oh, and by the way, this sleeping little lovely here is Galadriel. And this is the first time she has actually stayed as long as she has in the middle of my review. She's such a sweetheart. Anyway, this is Galadriel, and she would like you to like, share, and subscribe on this particular video. And not just this particular video, but have a look at the rest of my videos as well. I think you won't be disappointed. So with that in mind, you can listen to my show every Saturday morning, 12 to 2 a.m. on FM 98.5. And then if you miss the show, which, hey, like I said, does happen, you can also find me on my website, visionsinsound.ca. I can also be found on GoodPods, a downloadable app for your phone or other type devices. And I'm on Blue Sky these days at visionsinsound.bsky.social. And I can also be found on many of the other podcasters out there, including the likes of Apple Music. And folks, hey, it is a tough world out there. And, it's nice to have a little kitty cat on your lap to keep you sane. But if you're having problems, definitely call 911 for immediate help. You can dial or text 988 for the Suicide Crisis Helpline. You can also try 1-844-HERE-247 and HERE247.ca. All offer ways of getting help if you or someone you know may be suffering from mental health issues. Well, like I said, have a listen. Is this your favorite electronic score? Or do you have others? Is there something else that you would like me to review that maybe you'd like to hear? Just send me just comment below, and I'll be glad to get back to you. So with that in mind, have yourself a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
It was a top secret government project.
Pack them in ice. All of them.
Designed to create the perfect soldier.
No man would ever again have to die in the service of his country.
Cryogenically preserved.
Okay, guys. Memory clearance.
Genetically enhanced.
How's the picture?
Pretty ugly.
Very funny, very funny.
Programmed to obey.
They're at the tower. Okay, here we go.
Who are these guys?
30 hostages held inside the power station at the base of the structure.
I said shut up! We're inside.
Begin phase 2.
This marks the third successful mission for the Universal Soldier.
But there was something they didn't count on.
He's not responding. GR-44, do you read me?
At the end of the mission, he became completely unresponsive.
Inside the machine is a man.
Do you really think the Pentagon would allow the regeneration of dead soldiers?
Stop the girl. Shoot if you have to.
And all it takes
Veronica Roberts, TNA.
is one memory
You didn't do anything!
to awaken him.
Let's go! Hit it!
Traitor. Universal Soldier.
What the hell did they do to you?
Don't know. But I'm going to find out.
One can't be controlled.
Buckle up.
The other cannot be stopped.
This mission has been canceled.
I'm giving the orders from now on.
I'm gonna teach them all.
Are we having fun yet?
The ultimate weapons of the future have declared war on each other. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren. Universal Soldier.
Stop, that is an order!